11. Dear Kiddo, Take My Hand into Darkness, a hilarious memoir. Dear Kiddo, let me take you on a journey into the peculiar, perplexing, and downright hilarious moments that eventually brought us to where we are today. This story starts before you came into the picture, back when I was still figuring out life and your mom was busy auditioning for the role of most enigmatic human being alive. Buckle up, kiddo, because this ride takes us through sniper dreams, squirt-gun freakouts, and the Santa Fe strip club circuit that never was. The sniper phase, when mom had big and unrealistic dreams. Before we met, I was at one of my best friend's weddings in Cape May, New Jersey. While I was doing normal wedding things, watching love blossom, toasting with champagne, your mom was apparently running drills as a candidate for the Coast Guard, or trying to at least. She was discharged for health reasons, which, in retrospect, checks out because, well, let's just say your mom isn't exactly the picture of military precision. What blew my mind, though, was when she told me, straight-faced I might add, that someone she dated had once suggested she become a sniper. A sniper, kiddo. Your mom, the woman who later freaked out when I bought you squirt guns. Imagine my confusion as she enthusiastically explained her sniper ambitions while recoiling in horror at the sight of a brightly colored plastic pistol. But, Dad, you might ask, why would someone think mom should be a sniper? Great question. My best guess is that the guy was trying to impress her with macho nonsense, and your mom, bless her heart, ate it up. That's the thing about your mom. She's a sucker for a good fantasy. Reality, though? Reality wasn't exactly her strong suit. The kickboxing warrior who walked alone. Around the time your mom decided she could be a sniper, she also proclaimed herself a kickboxing enthusiast. Now, I want you to understand something about your mom. Her definition of into something often meant I watched a movie about it and now feel qualified to do it professionally. Despite her, let's call it, light kickboxing experience, she was convinced she could handle any would-be attacker. She used to walk home alone from downtown Santa Fe late at night, past a homeless shelter no less. Absolutely certain she could kick any assailant's butt. Mom, are you sure about that? I'd ask, trying to be diplomatic. Of course, she'd reply, all 5'2" and just over 100 pounds of her brimming with misplaced confidence. I'd picture her, ready to crouching tiger her way out of an ambush, and it was both terrifying and hilarious. Thankfully, nothing happened, but I always wondered what she'd actually do if things went sideways. My money was on her yelling, "I should have been a sniper!" before running away. The Santa Fe stripper saga. Now, let's talk about one of the strangest chapters in your mom's life, the time she told me she wanted to become a stripper. Yep, a stripper. She'd heard about the money dancers in Dallas made and was intrigued. Strippers in Dallas make a lot of money, she said matter-of-factly. Well, sure, I replied, trying not to laugh while also wondering if this was my life now. To her credit, your mom was always practical when it came to the bottom line, even if her methods raised eyebrows. Of course, I pointed out that the job was, demeaning and probably not the best way to find oneself. But that was Santa Fe for you, a magnet for people trying to figure out their lives, one quirky decision at a time. Looking back, her stripper ambitions weren't about the money or the job itself. It was another example of her chameleon-like nature, grasping at ideas to find meaning. Your mom wasn't lost so much as she was on a detour through the weirdest parts of herself. The squirt gun incident, the world's greatest hypocrisy. Fast forward to when you came along and I thought, finally, life will get more normal. Oh, how wrong I was. One day, I bought you a couple of squirt guns, thinking, what kid doesn't love a good water fight? Your mom, however, freaked out like I'd handed you a flamethrower. Guns are dangerous, she cried, completely ignoring the fact that she once aspired to be a sniper. It was like living with two entirely different people. On one hand, you had Sniper Mom, a self-proclaimed sharpshooter. On the other hand, you had Squirt Gun Mom, who thought super soakers were a gateway to violence. It was a level of cognitive dissonance I'll never fully understand, but will always find deeply amusing. Lessons learned, embracing the chaos. Kiddo, your mom's quirks are what make her unforgettable. Sure, she's a walking contradiction, but aren't we all? Her sniper dreams, kickboxing confidence, stripper speculations, and squirt gun hypocrisy all add up to a person who's equal parts ridiculous and endearing. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Don't try to make sense of her. Just enjoy the ride. And if she ever tries to convince you that she could have been a sniper, humor her. Let her have her fantasies. After all, they're what make life with your mom so hilariously unpredictable. So, take my hand, kiddo. Into darkness? Maybe. But at least we'll be laughing the whole way. Love, Dad.